following your passion, dedicating yourself to a craft, going through all of the consequences of that, and still dedicating yourself to it day in, day out, despite external people telling you that you need to follow a different path, you're doing the wrong thing, you need security. And that's the world, your teachers, your parents, you know what I mean? Everyone's telling you externally that you should not be doing that, stop doing that, put a suit on and get into a real job. And it's a response to constantly being told that and saying, nah, fuck you. Even though I don't have any money, I'm still gonna do it. Even though I can see all the reasons why I shouldn't do it, I'm gonna soldier on and I'm gonna dedicate myself regardless, because there's one life. We get to fucking individually choose that.
She's My Company is a long time in the making. Yeah, nearly a decade. I think the reason why it's taken so long is that the message of the song has become truer to me every single year that it's existed. I wrote it on my friend's couch, London, 2016. I woke up, there was a broken nylon string guitar with the B string missing and a lot of dust. And I wrote the first verse. It was one of the first experiences I've had where I've picked up a guitar, played something, and something came out immediately which was so close to what I actually wanted to say. And then didn't do anything with it for 9 years. Was never able to tap into that exact moment of truth that I did that day. And I was never able to do it justice until recently, until I came to Melbourne and that feeling of being lost in the city struck again with force. And I had no choice but to write the second verse. And now I've got to play it with the band and perform it and polish it a bit and realize the shape of it and the structure of it. And it's a joy to sing it every day. Yeah. I had no clear vision or perfect picture of how it would go. I just knew that I was going to pack a bag, pack a guitar, fly 10,000 miles across the world and travel the east coast of Australia. I would stop off at bars and pubs and open mics and just anywhere that would have me and just play music.
Alright, now you can hear yourself.
Yeah.
Let's give it a rock.
Okay. Throughout the process of doing that, I learned what songs people would listen to or what had a good response and what didn't, and developed the songs that way. And by the time I came to Melbourne, I had a decent idea of what songs I wanted to record and had written some new ones and was holding on to old ones. But the way that things developed from there was beyond my wildest imagination.
She's my company.
There was a respect for the songs and there was a respect for the music before people even knew who I was or what my name was. And I'll always be grateful to just the city of Melbourne for having that element. And it's the reason why I'm still here. It's the reason why I want to keep making here, because there are amazing people here. This music has existed outside of my reach for quite a long time. I think it's important to have your current work existing just beyond your reach, so that you have to stretch yourself to grab it. I've always tried to do that with the songs, something about them that is hard to attain. Making those strides is really the reason that I'm doing it. Obviously it's nice to write songs and it's nice to sing around the campfire, but if I'm not improving and I'm not getting better and I'm pushing the boundaries of who I can be and what I can create, what's the point? Why am I doing it? So surrounding myself with these people, and you know what I mean, I've got no choice but to improve my game. Everyone has a attention to detail and a commitment to what they're up to, and that's exactly the kind of people that I want to be working with. being vulnerable is difficult for a lot of us. Just hold your chin up and just soldier on through the day. Thank fuck I had the guitar.
She's my company. She floats like a ghost, moves like I wanna be free. Of all the faces
And then you repeat that.
At the end of the day, I can walk into my room and play something and go, oh yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I recognise the importance of it in my own life. A lot of people are walking around with all sorts of things building up in their system, in their soul, things that they've left unsaid or haven't got off their chest. It is so important right now for people to know, guys to know, you have to cultivate an outlet space for yourself. Because if you don't, that's when things get serious. You've bottled it up for this many months, this many years. That's when it's going to come out in a way that you don't want. That's when it's going to affect you spiritually. I certainly don't walk around in the vulnerable state that I'm in when I'm writing a song, at least if I'm doing it well enough. But just having that guitar there, having songwriting has helped me so much. If I'm in a state of anger or confusion or pain or frustration, whatever, heartbreak, it's helped me. Now I'm in a position where I have incredible musicians around me, incredible creatives, and it allows me to express better than I imagined before. If I get something off my chest, I can sleep better.
Start expressing yourself in terms of joy by singing. Act, and they will become real.
The heart beats heavy, but I keep it steady when you walk through.
All of the unspoken conversations between friends gets put into music. So it's therapy for me. I would encourage anyone who finds it difficult to open up to just express it, even if it's just typing it out or writing it down. If you can sing it, sing it. It's extremely important. A lot of my male friends, they would find it very difficult to say something in that vulnerable way, even if I asked them. But maybe if they hear me say a certain lyric in a song, it might just indicate that it's okay to just say that, you know?
And right around the world I'm running, even if it's over, honey.
So I remember, haven't got a place to call home is the first line of She's My Company. And I mean, that was the truth. East London on my friend's couch, 2016. Whatever it was in that room on that day that I expressed rang true for so many years that it kind of eventually brought itself into existence on the other side of the earth 9 years later.
Haven't got a place to call home.
The song became undeniable. I knew that I had to record it at some point, and here we are.
And I haven't got a place to call home. When I walk through city lights, treading through the midnight all alone. Hey, she's my company. She floats like a ghost, moves like I wanna be free.
The song really is about money, ultimately. The financial struggle that comes with deciding to live a creative life.
My pocket's feeling heavy, but I haven't got a penny to my name. And he's charged me double cause he thinks I'm trouble to the game. He's my enemy now, and he's swift like a song sings.
How am I going to get a band excited about playing this song? I'm always writing songs, good, bad or ugly. And very often bad, very often ugly. Knowing that I have a band to show the music to is such an amazing catalyst for songs to come into existence. It opens up more dimensions.
It's a shame how life has to be run by money.
Adds colour to the process. I try not to get in the way of amazing players giving their flavour to the song.
Oh, true. I did it right in the first one, I just didn't do it right in that one.
If I have an idea or I know that I've resonated with some truth, there's the added element of impressing a band. How is the bassist going to feel when he plays it? What can the drummer do there?
The double kick's still in there.
What is the keys player going to do?
That's probably enough content.
Cool. Yeah, we got it.
Backing
All
vocals.
of the words that never could express your mind.
Good. It's very, very workable.
Sometimes I can let a musician go on a section of a piece of music and it takes it to a place I never envisioned, but adds to the song in such a unique, beautiful way.
I loved all of that except for that ending part. I thought the rest was good. Did you like that?
Yeah, in the right zone for sure. There are moments where I'm very specific about it has to be this way, and I will stand my ground. That's happened a couple of times. Yeah, that. But just do a really lazy one.
Whereabouts do you want it, Miguel?
Same in the little gaps in the verse.
Second verse. Or
That's it.
She's my company.
But for the most part, I try and maintain a very open-minded framework for other musicians to lend themselves to the music. If I walk into the studio and say, no, don't do it like that, it has to be this way,
One more?
Sure.
I'm leaving so much amazing opportunity on the table.
See?
Usually the producer wants a certain sound or a certain moment to be away, and I stand my ground and I say, no, this is it. Personally, I think I prefer with it in.
You prefer the crap one?
Yeah.
Now keep that. I'll convince Miguel that's the one.
When you're committing yourself to this and you're putting so much attention and care in, there are going to be moments where you doubt yourself, and I certainly have had many of those, but it's just how you deal with them and then how you approach it the next time it comes around. Thank you, darling. I've noticed like self-doubt has become stronger the more that I've gone on, but then something will happen and I'll have my confidence again and I'll hit my stride, thinking, okay, that's the last bit of doubt I'm going to have. And then the next bit of work, the next thing that we do, doubt comes again, stronger than last time. So I have to confront him again and somehow move on to the next path. So I recognize that as part of the journey, and I know that that will always be the case. And if there's not a little bit of doubt, or a lot of doubt, I don't think you're doing it right.
Are we rolling?
Rolling.
Alright, go. It's good that we're getting some good footage out of this. My name's Tobias. I am arranger and musical director for Miguel Brooking, and I'm playing keys. The songs are called She's My Company.
She's my company.
I ask not for more riches, but more wisdom.
She's my company.
And Black and White.
Why don't you come on outside, girl? It's colorful. Why don't you come on outside, girl?
These ones seem to be the logical next two. I do remember when you first showed me She's My Company. Yeah, I can do that. It was very, very early on. You didn't have a guitar. You were just kind of singing it, the melody. And I remember trying to play something, and then you played me what it actually was. And I could not actually believe that anyone came up with that. and since it's been one of my favorites to play. I can do a lot with it on keys. It's a fun one to play on keys.
Of all the faces and all the places that I've seen,
there's all sorts of funky pad stuff and then funky percussive stuff. It's a good song. And then Black and White is simultaneously very chill and very laid back, but also harmonically there is a lot going on in that song. So it's this weird dichotomy of being a little bit more chill, but also there being heaps of harmonic information, so it's almost more difficult despite being a more laid back song. It was a couple of months before we properly got chatting about music, but the initial impression that I left, I imagine, would have been pretty whack from an outside perspective. And I've had it confirmed to me many times. Miguel's gone, I remember meeting you and going, who the fuck is this deranged lunatic? Complete mad, insane person who's floating around like Jack Sparrow and just drinking gins and talking absolute garbage. And you know, it has worked for me so far, so I'm just gonna keep doing that. And if and when it fails me, then I'll do something else, but it's currently working.
Things just fell into place. You know, I remember Toby invited me over to his place. He told me he was in a band, and I said, yeah, of course you are. Everyone says they're in a band in this city. And then he invited me over, I go over, and he's got this full band room, completely specced out, all of the PA systems, and it's got Rhodes and a Hammond organ and a full drum kit and 5, 6, 7 guitars, and everything is all set up. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, this guy is in a band.
now I'm lying in the shades of your hurricane, trying to shake off all the gray.
And he said, well, play me something, and I showed him a couple of songs. And he's in a house of musicians, right? So they're just walking past the door every few minutes. And they keep kind of poking their head in, thinking, who's this guy? Who's this new guy here? I show a few songs, and eventually the interested heads walk into the room, and a guy sits down and starts playing the guitar and jamming. And that was really how the band was formed, was just me playing songs to Toby and then musicians being around and coming and jamming with us. I love the fact that band members I've played with before I've spoken to.
I can try.
And then Black and White. My hope is that it picks someone up after a breakup, perhaps, or is a vehicle for still trying to hold space for caring and loving someone who maybe wasn't able to give you the same.
Use that, but also don't lose the essence of what makes you a good singer. It's like, you aren't like a real belty singer. You're this beautiful, swoony singer. So keep that. Think about the technical things that Evie said they're right, but also apply them to you. Yeah. You're not going to be like, yeah, that's not you.
Right.
You are very like still, chill, really come down and just be like so intimate and lovely.
Yeah.
You do that really well.
There's moments where I felt like I haven't been able to pull off the performance or haven't been able to deliver my side. The first vocal day just wasn't hitting it. I was pretty devastated, to be honest with you. I thought I'd failed myself and everyone. I took a knock.
Yeah, just a bit off today, homie.
Mm-hmm.
You're feeling that, right?
Yeah. That's part of it. Match the level of the music, because these songs especially have pulled me up. For the second vocal day, it was a different story.
Haven't got a place to call home when I walk through city lights, treading through the midnight.
Be real. Sing it.
She's my company. She floats like a ghost, moves like I wanna be.
That's what I'm talking about, right there.
Our lives have to be run by money.
It's a shame how life has to be run by money.
That sounds good. Give me this chorusy part.
It's a shame how life has to be run by money.
When in the end I know it's nothing more than paper and tin that's got you acting funny.
Paper and tin got you acting funny again and again and again and again.
The amount of funny behaviour that I've seen based around money has been a lot. And it's just being able to put it in that chorus in that way just helps me to maintain a level of sanity, you know, about how my experience in life has been the last few years.
And again and again and again.
There's a certain level of therapy that I get from that I can't anywhere else. If I get that, there's someone on the other end somewhere in Paris or in Bangladesh or in Ireland or in Czechoslovakia who is resonating with what I say. That would be amazing if that's true. I still have pinched myself sometimes at what's going on, and it's all because I just devoted myself to the songs. It's really amazing. It's amazing. I'm very, very grateful that these people want to play with me. What a privilege it is for me to play with them. And the fact that they want to play my songs, it's crazy, but I guess it means that I've got something to offer at least, you know. I'm not out here trying to be the best guitarist. I'm not out here trying to be the best vocalist or do backflips on stage or whatever the fuck. My role is to provide the stories and deliver them as best as I possibly can. And I know that these songs come from true places within me, so if that's true, there's the chance at least that it might ring true for someone else. Yeah. Cool, man.
Do one more thing.
Beautiful day to make some music.
If we can make it all magic, then you don't have to edit it. It's magic.
The Bill Withers fill, the gaps in the second chorus, that's it.
Let's go one at a time then. So what's the first one?
Oh, now he's anticipating.
Oh, he dropped his stick. You had it. You dropped your bloody stick.
So close. Let him know with this one.
Alright, good to go?
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. That was it.
Perfect, brother. Perfect.
Migs would love
Getting full hard watching your track, bro.
Migs, get in here.
Very nice take.
It was a really good take, dude.
Very nice.
Put a little signature on the
Yeah.
But there was some magic in there, too.
There was some magic, but I reckon I can make it all magic.
We're getting closer to the magic.
You guys are good enough.
If we can make it all magic, then you don't have to edit it. It's magic.
But you guys are good enough. You should be going with that all the time.